Welcome back for another installment of Random Reactions, where I react to stories that interest me from the past week in random ways. We've already reacted to some sports, music, and beer news. I thought it was now time to react to some foodie news, because I also love to make food. In an article posted on April 5th in the Wall Street Journal, we learned that ketchup is another thing affected by COVID-19. The title of the article is "The New Shortage, Ketchup Can't Catch Up." The link is in the description below. The big reason is single packets not being as widely available because pandemic shutdowns led to restaurants moving to more takeout and delivery options, creating more of a demand for ketchup packets, and the manufacturers could not catch up to that demand. The demand actually meant that packet prices are up 13% since January 2020. Heinz brand is apparently increasing manufacturing capacity by 25% to make 12 billion more packets, but restaurants are still spending large amounts of money to get ketchup, with some buying large batches and pouring them into cups to put on tables for people. When I read the story, though, I shake my head in a little bit of confusion. I mean, first of all, ketchup is not the best condiment there is, in my opinion. You got barbecue sauce, you got aioli, you got specialty mustards, malt vinegar, hot sauces. All those are better, in my opinion. But I do occasionally crave ketchup, especially when getting takeout or drive-thru. I don't think it's bad. I just think there's an odd adoration for it. Second, producing more ketchup packets just seems like a terrible idea for the environment. It's a lot of added waste. It's going to end up in oceans and wreck ecosystems. I really feel like we should be moving away from these types of products. Third, making homemade ketchup isn't hard, and it allows the home cook to get creative, as you can do whatever you want. As long as you use tomatoes, salt, and vinegar, you'll have the base for what is ketchup. Spices are up to you, and you can get creative for your dipping sauce, which is what ketchup actually is at this point. Although some do use it as a marinade, you can help save the environment and still get that ketchup fix by not fretting the packet shortage and just make your own. So to help you, I've created a recipe. So let's move to the kitchen and make some homemade ketchup together. Welcome to the kitchen. We're making some homemade ketchup today, and I'm excited about this. So don't worry about this ketchup shortage nonsense, because this is actually very easy. We're going to go through the ingredients that are going in this right now. We need about 2 pounds of Roma tomatoes. I would say that that's about 8 nice sized Roma tomatoes. We got some Guajillo peppers, a couple of those, a couple bay leaves, a couple cinnamon sticks, 3 good-sized garlic cloves. I have 4 here because 2 are very small. A nice sized yellow onion, about 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. We also have a teaspoon of clove, half a teaspoon of allspice, tablespoon of sea salt, 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. Also, obviously need some olive oil for this delicious concoction. You gotta chop the garlic. Real home cooks cry when they chop their onions. It's all good. I have friends who hate ketchup so much, you know, the Heinz ketchup. They can't eat ketchup. They can't eat tomatoes, which I don't understand. And yeah, it's kind of weird, but at the same time, they love tomato sauce. So it's kind of funny how that goes. True story, when I was a kid, when I first saw the spelling catsup instead of ketchup, I literally thought a cat was in it and was a little appalled. Obviously, I was like 4 years old. All right, now that we're done chopping, we're going to get right to making this delicious ketchup. First thing we got to do, we got to saute the onions and the garlic. Of course, for those of you that don't know, the reason why you do that is for, one, people with sensitive stomachs. You don't want to upset their stomach because you're using raw onions and garlic. And we are straining it, but still, it adds different chemical compounds to your cooking. At the same time, you get more flavor profile of the onion and garlic, which is what we want. Add in a couple teaspoons of good olive oil. You gotta stir it up real good. Make sure that the onion and garlic gets cooked and coated evenly in the olive oil. Oh, listen to that sizzle, sizzle. You bring it to a boil, you let it simmer for about 35 minutes, and we move on to the next step. I mean, I'm already getting whiffs of clove, I'm getting whiffs of the smokiness, definitely get the vinegar. It already should really be smelling very good after just a couple of minutes. We got so much time to kill here. It's kind of what happens when you make this. So you can do anything. You can dance, you can make music, you can play with your pets. Hey, Koji. It's a 7-year-old goldfish just kind of hanging out there. There's Lilo. You might say, there's algae on the tank. Well, learn your lessons. That's actually pretty normal in a healthy tank. Hey, Kitty Hawk. What's going on? You see any birds? Ooh, you see a little squirrel? Yeah. Of course, now we're at the part where we're going to blend a little bit, and I made sure to take out the peppers, and the bay leaves, and the cinnamon sticks, because you obviously don't want to blend those, but everything else can be blended, and then we'll strain again. It's amazing that this concoction becomes ketchup at the end. Oh, you could really smell that kind of smoky sweetness going on. It's pretty good. Gotta blend it up good. It's like a jet engine. Now it's time to strain. Oh, don't expect this ketchup to be like super red like that, like Heinz ketchup. This is homemade ketchup. You're adding different spices. It's probably going to be more of a reddish orange color, and that's good. That means that you actually did some stuff. You added some things. So when it's done, most of it comes out, and you'll have this kind of like slurry at the bottom here, as you can see. Something like that. That's just kind of stuff that you want your ketchup to be smooth. You don't want it to be chunky. That's more like a tomato sauce. As you can see, we have our smooth, delicious ketchup right before it thickens. The next step, of course, you're going to stir it a little bit. You're going to bring it back to a boil, and then you're going to put it down to low medium heat, and from there you're just going to simmer it for another 30 minutes and let it thicken nice. Alright folks, now we're going to pour this into a glass container so that it cool off some more. It's going to be pretty good here. I'll watch it. See, it's already thick, but it's going to become a little thicker, a little creamier as it sits in the fridge for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how thick that you actually want it. Make sure that you get all the delicious ketchup out of the pot, because you can never be so sure when you're going to have more ketchup when there's a ketchup shortage. And there you have it, ready to go in the fridge. Yeah, because you can never be as cool as Billy D. Williams. I think I'll take a little stroll in the yard since I got all this time to wait. Come on, come on. In probably about 2-3 months, this yard's going to be booming with some bee balm and some famous Alexandria Yoder Fox farming. She's going to have pumpkins and squash, probably starting a vine. She'll probably have some beans again. Yeah, that's right. She's the best. Ruby is a badass, kids. Come on, come on. There you go, folks. Some ketchup. Got some fries here because you can't have ketchup without fries. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. You taste the cloves, you taste the allspice. There's a little bit of smokiness from that pepper, some sweetness. Yeah. Heinz doesn't have anything on this. Thanks for watching. The links below, including this recipe, if you want to follow it by actual directions. Please like and follow my Instagram for more of my thoughts on arbitrary stories like this and other content. Also, watch out for the future launch of the Sun-Dried Tomatoes podcast and YouTube channel in the near future, where I will have even more eclectic content.
One word of caution.